Have you ever been peacefully resting, maybe watching a favorite show or drifting off to sleep, when suddenly a sharp, stabbing pain hits your leg? It tightens up, your muscles clench, and no matter how you stretch or rub it, the cramp seems to take forever to ease. If you've experienced this, you're far from alone. Leg cramps are surprisingly common, especially as we get older. In fact, research shows that up to 1/3 of people over 60 experience frequent leg cramps, and that number rises to nearly half for those over 80. These cramps most often happen in the calves, but they can also strike the feet, thighs, or even hands. What makes them so frustrating is how sudden and painful they can be, especially when they strike in the middle of the night. But here's something most people don't realize. These cramps aren't just a normal part of aging. They're often a signal that your body is lacking certain key nutrients, or that your muscles aren't getting the support they need to stay relaxed and functional. The good news is that leg cramps can often be reduced, and sometimes even prevented, entirely by making a few small, smart changes to your daily habits, especially when it comes to what you're eating. Certain foods are naturally rich in minerals and compounds that keep your muscles properly balanced, hydrated, and able to contract and relax smoothly. And today, I want to gently guide you through the top 3 foods you can start eating today to prevent leg cramps and strengthen your legs, especially for seniors. Stick around, because I'm going to break down exactly what these foods are, how to use them safely, and why they work better than some over-the-counter pills or home remedies you might have tried. And if you appreciate simple, science-backed tips to stay mobile, strong, and independent as you age, go ahead and like this video and subscribe for more weekly content made especially for you. Let's begin by understanding why these cramps happen. As we get older, our bodies naturally undergo a few changes. Muscle mass gradually declines, our circulation slows, and our cells become slightly less efficient at processing minerals and fluids. Certain medications, medical conditions like diabetes or arthritis, or simply not drinking enough water can all increase the likelihood of leg cramps. But one of the biggest factors is mineral imbalance, especially in potassium, magnesium, and calcium. These 3 nutrients are essential for regulating muscle contraction and nerve signals. Without enough of them, your muscles can contract too tightly and then struggle to release, causing those painful cramps. So what can we do about it? Well, let's get to the good part: food. Food is one of the easiest, safest, and most natural ways to correct mineral imbalances and support muscle health. Instead of relying on supplements, which can sometimes upset your stomach or interfere with medications, you can turn to nutrient-rich whole foods that nourish your muscles, improve circulation, and help keep cramps away. Let's start with food number 3, bananas. Bananas are famous for their muscle-supporting benefits, and for good reason. They're one of the richest natural sources of potassium, a mineral that plays a critical role in muscle function. Potassium helps regulate the fluid balance in your muscle cells, ensures healthy nerve signals, and allows your muscles to contract and relax properly. When your potassium levels drop, which happens easily with sweating, dehydration, or age-related changes, your muscles become more likely to cramp. That's why athletes often reach for bananas after a workout. But it's even more important for seniors. A single medium banana contains around 400 milligrams of potassium, which is about 10% of the recommended daily intake for adults. But beyond potassium, bananas also offer vitamin B6, which supports nerve health, and natural sugars that provide gentle, steady energy without spiking your blood sugar the way processed snacks can. The best part: bananas are incredibly easy to include in your daily routine. You can enjoy them on their own as a snack. Slice them into your oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or pair them with a little almond butter for a satisfying, muscle-friendly treat. And if you're not a fan of bananas, don't worry, you have options. Other potassium-rich fruits like oranges, cantaloupe, avocados, and apricots can provide similar benefits. Now let's move to food number 2, spinach. Spinach is often called a superfood, and for seniors looking to prevent leg cramps, it absolutely earns that title. That's because spinach is incredibly High in magnesium, a mineral that acts as a natural muscle relaxant. Magnesium works alongside potassium to regulate muscle contractions. But its unique job is to help muscles release after they contract. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can become overly sensitive and tight, leading to frequent cramping. As we age, magnesium deficiency becomes more common, partly because our bodies absorb it less efficiently, and partly because some medications, like diuretics or blood pressure pills, can deplete magnesium levels. 1 cup of cooked spinach provides about 150 milligrams of magnesium, which is nearly 40% of what older adults need daily. That's a significant amount for such a simple food. But the benefits don't stop there. Spinach is also rich in vitamin K, calcium, and iron, all of which support muscle function and overall leg health. You can add spinach to soups, stews, omelets, stir-fries, or simply sauté it with olive oil and garlic for a quick, tasty side dish. It also works beautifully in smoothies when blended with a banana, some Greek yogurt, and a handful of berries. If spinach isn't your favorite, other dark leafy greens like Swiss chard, kale, or beet greens are also excellent sources of magnesium. Now let's talk about food number 1, Greek yogurt. This one might surprise some people, but Greek yogurt is an incredible food for preventing leg cramps and supporting overall muscle health. Why? Because it's one of the best dietary sources of calcium, another essential mineral for muscle contraction. Calcium is often thought of only in relation to bone health, but it plays a critical role in helping muscles contract properly. When your calcium levels dip too low, your muscles can spasm, twitch, or cramp. Greek yogurt is also rich in high-quality protein, which helps repair and maintain muscle fibers, especially as we age and naturally lose muscle mass. And it offers probiotics, those healthy gut bacteria that not only improve digestion, but also help your body absorb minerals like calcium and magnesium more efficiently. A single serving of plain, low-fat Greek yogurt provides about 200 to 250 milligrams of calcium, plus about 15 grams of protein, making it one of the most efficient, muscle-friendly foods you can eat. To enjoy Greek yogurt, try it as a breakfast with fresh fruit and a sprinkle of chia seeds. Blend it into smoothies or use it as a base for healthy dips and dressings. If you're sensitive to dairy, calcium-fortified plant-based yogurts made from almond, coconut, or soy milk can be a good alternative. Bonus tip: hydration matters. Now, while these 3 foods are powerhouses on their own, they work even better when you're properly hydrated. Many people don't realize that dehydration is one of the leading triggers of muscle cramps, especially in older adults. As we age, our thirst sensation naturally weakens, meaning we may not feel thirsty even when our bodies need water. Certain medications, hot weather, and increased activity levels can all increase your risk of dehydration too. Aim for at least 6 to 8 cups of water daily. If plain water feels boring, herbal teas, infused water with lemon and cucumber, and water-rich foods like watermelon, oranges, cucumbers, and celery can help keep you hydrated. If you're losing fluids through sweating, exercise, or hot weather, consider a natural electrolyte. Drink with potassium and magnesium, or add a pinch of sea salt to your water with a splash of lemon. Other helpful foods to consider. While our top 3 foods are the most effective, there are a few other muscle-friendly options you might want to explore. Sweet potatoes, rich in potassium and magnesium. Pumpkin seeds, a concentrated source of magnesium. Oranges, high in potassium, vitamin C, and hydration. Avocados, loaded with potassium, magnesium, and healthy fats. Almonds, great for magnesium and vitamin E. These foods can easily be rotated into your diet to provide variety while still protecting your muscles. So if you've been dealing with frustrating leg cramps, especially those nighttime cramps that wake you from sleep or sudden spasms during a walk, start by looking at your plate. By including bananas for potassium, spinach for magnesium, and Greek yogurt for calcium and protein, you're giving your muscles the exact nutrients they need to stay calm, strong, and cramp-free. And remember, these foods aren't a quick fix, but making them a regular part of your daily habits can lead to noticeable Improvements in how your legs feel, how you move, and how confidently you go about your day. If you made it this far, drop a comment below saying strong legs, happy life, so I know you're serious about taking care of your body. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and like this video, subscribe for more helpful senior-friendly content, and share this with a friend or family member who might need this information. Thanks for spending this time with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.